Since 1967, the Autism Research Institute has destroyed the myths about autism. In the 1950s and 1960s, the experts said bad mothering causes autism. ARI proved them wrong. In 1995, ARI announced there's an epidemic of autism and vaccines are a possible cause. The experts said impossible. An epidemic of autism is impossible. The experts were wrong again. In 2003, a government-sponsored panel of experts claimed there are no effective treatments for autism. Our goal is to develop drugs in 7 to 10 years that will control the symptoms of autism. Again, ARI has proven them wrong. See for yourself.
Age 6.
Age 6? Cool. When's your birthday?
May 26th.
May 26th. Very nice. Very nice. So you're almost all the way up to 7 again.
Yes.
Wow. That's pretty cool. We were just talking about Star Wars. Is that your favorite movie?
I am Master Anakin.
You're Master Anakin.
Remember in Return of the Jedi,
Look at him when you're talking
Luke
to him.
Skywalker said, "Father," and then Darth Vader was very mad at Sidious, and then he throwed him up, and then he...
That's right.
So
because he's really his son.
That's right. He saved his son by...
He doesn't want to hurt his son.
No, that's right. He didn't.
Believe it or not, 3.5 years ago, this child had no speech whatsoever.
And I'm telling a joke.
Yeah, you told a good joke.
Told a
Knock,
great
knock.
joke.
You're going to tell the same joke again?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who?
Who?
What are you, an owl?
Do you know the olive one?
Okay, you can.
I'll do it. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Olive.
Olive, who?
Olive, you.
Oh, you tricked me.
Two months of age, he had 3 shots, all 3 with
I cried a lot.
mercury, thimerosal rather, and
I cried
72
a
hours
lot.
later had acute pyelonephritis, kidney infection. One of the very first places mercury
This
goes
is
is
so
to your soft fatty
great.
tissue
It's
kidneys.
my
So
company.
he's just been a mercury kid from the get-go, and he developed pretty normally. He was pretty sick, but there were no signs of autism prior to
Good.
the MMR, and he just immediately started to regress. He got the diarrhea, the GI symptoms were probably the first things
Hi,
we saw
Mom.
after the MMR.
Hi, Mom.
What did
Hi,
you
babe.
do? What did you do?
Hi, Mom.
Well, initially, I spent a fair amount of time in denial, and then we launched into the gluten-free, casein-free diet. I saw Karen Cerusi on the Today Show, and my husband was like, "Let's talk about this," and I was, "No, he's not autistic." I had worked with special needs children forever, and that was the one diagnosis I really was trying to avoid, because at the time, even a few years ago, it had that stigma that the kids never get better, they never improve, and I was just terrified of that. And so once I saw her on TV and I bought the book, and he just fit it, the ear infections. So we took him off gluten and casein, and I didn't know what I was doing. I just went cold turkey, and huge withdrawal. 2 weeks of incessant screaming. And at the end of 2 weeks, again, so your parents know you don't do it that way now. You wean them off it so they don't have that dramatic response. But at the end of 2 weeks, the fog really lifted, and he started. It was then we started to see some language, and he just got better. And then we started doing a couple other therapies, some supplementation. He was, at this point, he's starting to be able to take advantage of speech therapy, take advantage of occupational. Before that, you were just a sick little dude that cried all the time, weren't you?
Hey, let's get that party started.
So, and then we switched to SCD, and we saw more gains with that specific carbohydrate diet. And then chelation, and that was what just put us over the top. Dr. Karima Harani is our DN doctor, and she's up in Culver City, and she did all the initial testing on Baxter and then prescribed transdermal DMPS. We followed the TAR protocol. And, the monthly CDC chem panels, he had extensive testing. And his initial mercury was, in the red. And it's now non-detectable. His labs, he had slightly elevated liver and kidney enzymes, but she wasn't worried enough to not chelate. He had extremely low minerals, extremely low iron, and, with some supplementation, but almost specifically just the transdermal DMPS. Anecdotally, his behavior, everything got better. His school was like, what are you doing? What is going on? He's just so incredible. And the kidney and liver, slightly elevated kidney and liver enzymes regulated. Iron levels went up. Mineral levels completely normal. I mean, it was just the labs were reinforcing what we were seeing at home. So for us, it really was this truly miracle thing, right? Prior to transdermal chelation, I was completely unwilling to do it because he was such a good kid. I mean, he stooled 30 times a day, bright yellow, eating away his skin liquid. And it was, we saw GI specialists in LA, and they just, we're sorry, we can't help you. So the diet stopped the diarrhea, but it wasn't under control. And so I was really nervous about oral chelation.
So 4 more days until Halloween.
Right. I was really nervous about oral chelation because it is notoriously hard on the GI system. Excuse me. And
Sorry.
so transdermal chelation was great for that. He literally got better and better every month. It was great.
Well, my name is Will Bothwell, and I'm in Long Beach.
Long Beach, California. Very cool. And what's your mom's name?
Claire.
Claire. Hi, Claire.
Hi.
So, what's some of your favorite things? First of all, how old are you?
13.
13. Wow. You like being a teenager? Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. What are some of your favorite things to do?
Skateboarding, playing video games, or playing with friends.
What do you like to go out and skateboard just on the street, or do you go into the skate park and do that type of thing?
I've been to a skate park before, but normally it's usually around the neighborhood.
Yeah, those can be kind of dangerous. A lot of people go there, and it gets kind of crowded out there on the skate park. It's pretty good. You play video games? What video games do you like to play?
Well, I like skateboarding video games.
Tony Hawk? Yeah?
Yeah, those video games you can do tons of tricks that you can't do in real life, like jumping out of grinds into another one.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
Unless there's two things closely spaced.